Welcome to Liminal Space Yoga. I'm Amanda, and today's class is an aligned flow with a chakra meditation to begin. You can start seated or lying down, whatever feels most comfortable for your body. Go ahead and let the eyes close. Start to just get cozy, get comfortable. And allow yourself to just relax into your own breathing pattern. You can put everything else to the side for the next hour and just focus on becoming at home in your body and at peace in your spirit. Our 7 chakras are responsible for the flow of energy through your body. These wheels of energy that spin inside of you at all times to keep you balanced and whole as a force on this planet. When the chakras are open and aligned, you can more easily bring forward power, love, and inner wisdom in everything that you do. However, when the chakras are blocked, it may cause physical and mental stagnation. Let your breathing feel easier. Let the mind become more still. Throughout this practice, I ask that you remain present. Anytime you find yourself drifting, come back to your breath and find a steadiness within it. This meditation and the yoga postures to follow are meant to balance and align your energy centers. In just a moment, we'll start with 1 minute of sound healing for all 7 chakras. And you may repeat in your mind the mantras for each one. Taking a nice long inhalation before that begins. Filling up front side, back side, everywhere in your torso. And whenever you're ready, open your mouth, let it go. Root chakra, Muladhara. I am grounded. I am safe. I am enough. Sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. I feel both sensitive and strong. solar plexus chakra, Manipura. I accept myself completely and with confidence. Heart chakra, Anahata. I love and appreciate myself as I am. Throat chakra, Vishuddha. I speak truth and healing. I am learning. I am growing. Third eye, Anya. I see clearly. I am wise. Crown chakra, Sahasrara. I know I am connected. I am filled with greatness. Slowly begin to Wake back up. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You've moved through the first phase of our alignment today. Maybe stretch long, curl into a ball, and take your time rolling to your side or coming up and over into child's pose. So our first round of poses, we'll go through one chakra at a time, and then after that, we'll spend a little time with each one. So make your way over to a child's pose. Take up space on your mat. Take up space in your body as you fill it with air, and even as you empty it. Really rooting down into this first posture, feeling grounded and feeling safe in this pose. Taking a nice long inhalation here. And a long exhale. Take your time, slowly coming up toward the tabletop, but you're going to continue to walk your knees forward to make it easy so that you can sit down on your bottom and extend your legs long out in front of you. So coming into a seated forward fold, taking as much time as you need. Start by lengthening the spine, bend your knees if your legs are tight. You can take a breath in and reach up, or you can reach forward if that feels better for your shoulders. And then exhale, gently allow yourself to come down with a long spine. And if it feels better, you can curl once you get there, bringing the head weight down, feeling a lengthening happening all the way maybe behind your knees or all the way to the heels. Taking a breath in right here, thinking about that sacral chakra, that creative center. One more breath. And let it all out. Slowly climb your hands back up your legs, bend your knees, and plant your feet into the ground. Boat pose, of course. Open up your shoulders, sit up tall through your spine. If right here feels good enough for your practice today, it is. If you want to pick it up, make it a little bit more challenging, you're more than welcome. And we're going to hold it for 3 breaths. So wherever you are, nice tall spine, shining the solar plexus forward, imagining that you're just radiating light. Breathing in nice and slow. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Slowly come back up. Come into an easy seated pose. And we're just going to take a twist to really open up the heart chakra. So maybe press into your knees, get tall through your spine, take that really deep breath before you twist. And then slowly start to look to the right side. Maybe move your hands, right hand behind, left hand somewhere in your lap or on your legs, and just take it easy. Breathing, sitting taller. Again, just shining out of the front of your heart. And imagining shining out everywhere else as you exhale to look back. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, slowly untwist, come back to the front, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, start to turn to the left. Maybe take that left hand behind you. Right hand can hold on to the shin. Sitting tall with the breath. Looking back, shining the heart out to the side as you exhale. Really gentle twist. One more breath. Empty out. And slowly come back forward. Send your knees over to one side, however you'd like to get toward the tabletop. So shift over to hands and knees. It's going to be hard not to drop into a cow pose. If you really need to, you may, but we're just going to focus on cat. So root into all 10 fingerprints. Start to tuck the tailbone, bring the navel up towards the spine, and tuck your chin in towards your chest. This is for the throat chakra. So you're pushing away. We're taking 3 breaths here. Rounded through the spine. Breathing in. Tucking that chin down. Last breath in cat pose. And exhale completely. Come back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward slightly. Shift the hips forward and then just gently lower down to your belly. Wiggle around, move any stagnant energy. And then we're gonna lift a couple times, or you can hold for the whole time. So we're lifting to baby cobra first, just to wake up the low spine. Take a breath in. Again, you can hold it here, or you can exhale, lower back down. Move with your breath, inhale, lift up. Same exact spot, or maybe slightly higher. Exhaling to release. We have 2 more. Inhale, rising slightly higher, maybe full arms, full cobra. Exhaling to release. The last one, as high as it feels good for you today. It could be full cobra or upward facing dog. So third eye opening, big breath in. And exhale, gently release back down. Take your time, pushing back gently to a child's pose, grounding, safe, right where we started. You can always slide the hands down by the feet if your upper back or shoulders feel extra tight today. Maybe even connecting the forehead to the mat. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, release. Find your hands coming back underneath of you. We're gonna crawl, walk, however you wanna get to the top of your mat. Crawling is always fun, doesn't require too much energy. Tuck your toes under when you get there, and then shift your weight back to your feet. We're gonna come into Malasana Yogi Squat. So no fancy way to get there. You can always use a block here if that feels better. And just start to root your feet down. Maybe wiggle a little bit into the edges. Start to press the elbows out into the knees, to the thighs, and sit up nice and tall. Again, we're rooting here. So these next few postures are for the root. So imagining that you're growing up and out through the top of the head by rooting down through the feet and literally feeling open in your lower chakra centers. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times through the nose, through the mouth. Last one like that. Exhale all the air out. Let your hands come down. Start to come into a forward fold. Let the toes turn forward. Keep your knees nice and soft and walk the feet a little bit closer together. So we're gonna set up for chair pose, but not the power kind. Root your feet down. On an inhale, start to drop your hips to wherever it feels good for you. Come up, hands can remain at the heart, or you can reach upward. Again, we're doing root postures here, so maybe it feels better just to stay rooted with the arms in, tucked in nice and tight. Feel the 4 corners of your feet. Maybe take a moment to grip with the toes. And then without gripping, just root down. Imagine pushing down and out. Breathing nice and steady, knowing that what you're doing right now is enough. One more breath here. Big, full breath. An open mouth exhale. Release the pose, stand up tall. Go ahead, lift your arms, squeeze through the lower body. Really feel yourself anchoring down. And exhale, hands back to the heart center. Take your time lifting your right leg into tree pose. So it doesn't have to come up all the way. You can keep your foot anchored on the ground, the top of your foot, or you can just come into a low tree, rooting. And literally take your hands, root down, like you're planting, pushing soil down around your foot. The rest of you is blooming, just anchoring, rooting down. Maybe close the eyes, maybe not. And then hands back to heart center, finding stillness for one more breath here. Exhaling, opening the eyes if they are closed, shifting your right knee forward and gently stepping back into an easy high lunge. So something that feels accessible, feels easy. It's only meant to transition us to warrior two. You don't need your arms for this warrior two, but you may use them. It's more about the feet. You can even look down at your feet. Really plug in through the front foot, knee aligned over the toes. Really root down through the pinky toe edge of your back foot, your right foot. And then can you squeeze the muscles coming up the right leg? Maybe bend a little bit more deeply into the left side. And then with or without arms, look forward. Notice what feels good in the pelvic bowl, the inner thighs, the groin. And notice what doesn't feel quite as good or maybe a little bit more stagnant. 2 more breaths here, in through the nose, through the mouth, out. Once more. And empty. Carefully, gently, maybe heel toe the back foot in a little bit to make it easier. Come back towards a high lunge and step forward back into our chair pose. Rooting down might be the hardest part of this sequence. Just keep that in mind if you're feeling like, okay, I thought this was slow. I promise we're gonna keep going slow and it's just gonna feel better and easier. Deep breath in. Root down and push out through your feet. Breath out. Last time in chair pose, one more breath. Out through the mouth. Slowly rise up to standing. Squeeze the body, maybe reach the arms tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Tree on the left side, you can kickstand the foot if that feels best, or take a low tree. Once you've arrived there, maybe you start to pat the soil. Maybe you want to play around with closing the eyes or shifting your gaze. Keeping in mind we are rooting. Breath in, finding some stillness here. Hands back at the heart. Breath out. Slowly bring that left knee towards center. Send it back behind you to step into an easy high lunge. And then wiggle that foot back so that you can find your warrior two legs. So remember, we're squeezing up through the outer edge in the front of the left thigh. Maybe getting a little deeper into the right side, checking our alignment, toe over knees, all pointing forward. And maybe even just checking in with your pelvic bowl, your hips, how does it feel? And if the hands are together rather than out, elbows are up and we're looking forward. Steady breath in. Clearing breath out. Steady breath in. clearing breath out. Start to heel toe that back foot forward, finding some length in the front leg too, so that we can kind of just easily spin back to high lunge, and then stepping forward to the top of our mat. Take a deep breath, reach the arms tall. Hands to heart center, exhale. Root chakra alignment complete. Whatever leg works for you, step it back so that you can be wide on the mat. So the first pose of our sacral sequence is going to be goddess pose. So toes are pointed out, knees bend. Maybe take a moment to wiggle if you're feeling extra tight in the inner thighs. Maybe wiggle your toes. And then I always find it helpful just to bring my hand to that sacral area, kind of right below the belly button, maybe even a hand behind you. Just kind of support yourself here. One in the front, one in the back, knowing that this is the space that's holding you in this posture. So if your legs are shaking, if it feels like you're working a lot, just bring your power right back here. Drop it low. 3 breaths. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Open out. Last time. Exhale completely. Slowly inhale, rise. We're not coming back to goddess. Either side that you want to do first, maybe go so your right leg is forward first. We're just going to spin forward and slowly lower down so we can come into our low lunge on asana. So maybe scoot the left leg back, maybe walk the right foot out, and then slowly come up. Again, you can support yourself with your own 2 hands here, or you can just let them be free, drop by your sides. Take the shoulders up by your ears, take a breath in, and then exhale, let them roll down the spine. So notice what parts of you are awake in this posture, what body parts are asleep, and can you maybe bring some more awakening to places like your glutes on your left side, the underside of your right leg, and even the navel to the spine, most importantly. Let the upper body soften. Take one more breath here. And exhale completely. Let the hands come down to the mat to assist you. Tuck your back toes under. Slowly lift the back leg, and then we're just going to spin through center and off to the other side. So all 10 toes forward. Lower your back knee down. Maybe heel toe that front foot out to the side. And slowly come up. So any guided support with your own hands is great here. Just a reminder, or maybe let the arms drop. Again, noticing what's sleeping and what's awake. Maybe we push into that front foot a little bit more to light up the back underside of the front leg. Maybe we squeeze the glute. And most importantly, a zippering, an awakening, navel to spine. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Begin to lower your hands to the mat. Lifting the back knee once again. Turning back through center. Back to the top. Stepping your feet together. And sitting back down on your mat. Scoot back so you can send the legs long out in front of you one more time. So we're not going to reach for the feet on this one because we're aligning and we don't want to close it off here. So we're going to sit up as tall as we can. Again, zippering, breathing in. Maybe use the hands for guidance, and then just exhale, lean, tip forward. Imagine that you're kind of pulling your toes right into your belly button. There's a little string there, kind of holding it all together. Soften the shoulders, the facial expression. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Breath in. Let it go. Go ahead and come out of that pose. Bring the soles of your feet together, Baddha Konasana. Feel free to sit sideways on your mat because we're going to get the legs long after this one. So again, rather than spilling the whole body forward, we're kind of connecting belly button to toes. So breathe in, press the chest forward to open up the front side. And then you can use your hands if you need a little bit of a pull forward, keeping a tall spine, but you don't have to use your hands. Breath in. Empty out. Another breath. And send it. Sit back up, one leg gently at a time. Extend out into a wide leg forward fold. Wide leg forward fold doesn't have to be as wide as it goes. It can just be a triangle. Just remember that for future yoga practices. Easier to pull a hamstring when they're way too wide. So if it feels tight, bring it in. Take a breath here. Again, tall through the spine. And then just tip forward so slightly. You can already feel that muscle attached to the glutes, the bones. And then can you press the legs down into the ground? Inhale fully. Anchor down your heels. Exhale. Last breath here. And let it go. Sacral chakra alignment complete. Go ahead, slide the legs together. Returning to boat pose. I promise only for a moment. At least we're done with chair. Lean back, lift up, whatever you feel called to do. This is for your power, your confidence, your solar plexus. So everything that you're showing. Breathing nice and steady. Holding wherever you need to hold. Doing exactly what you can in this moment. And accepting that. Slow inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Last time, breathe in. Exhale it out. Cross your ankles, come over to your hands. And we're going to come into another power boosting confidence posture for the solar plexus, plank pose. If that's too much on your arms, just lower your knees and allow the body to come into alignment. So 3 breaths. In and out, rooting into the fingers, drawing the navel to the spine. Keep breathing. One more breath together. Exhale slowly back into a downward facing dog. So soften your knees here. Let that solar plexus shine to the back of the room. Tuck the chin. Deep breath. Let it go. Look forward. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Bring your back foot into a warrior 2 and slowly come up. It doesn't have to be a perfect flow to come up. We're going to straighten the leg at the top. And then we're going to take an easy triangle. So heel toe the back foot in. So a little shorter stance. Hands on the hip, maybe give them a little bump to the left side. We don't have to reach all the way to the floor, but we're going to open up the arms. Use the back of the right hand against your shin so that you can continue opening. So this may not feel like the most aligned posture, but we're not really doing it for body alignment today. We're doing what feels good inside. Deep breath through your nose. Exhale it out. We're going to soften that front knee, that right knee. Bring the left hand down, maybe to the mat. Maybe take the left foot out a little bit further, and we're just going to twist our triangle. So left hand down, maybe fingertips, and then right elbow up, maybe right hand on the hip, or reach the right arm to the sky. So hugging the right leg in through center. like you're wrapping that center cord in your body. Breath in and out. One more here. Exhale, slowly release your right hand to the mat. Bend your knee to find some ease standing back up. And we're just going to rotate the feet and take it to the other side. So point the left toes that opposite direction. Hands on the hips. Give ourselves a little bit of a bump, a little softening in the right knee or left knee. It's not completely locked. And just start to lean. If you get to a point and you're like, I'm good here, I don't need to use my arms, that's fine. Otherwise, allow the back hand to press against the shin and the right arm to reach up. One side might feel different. And we're just accepting. Breath in. Breath out. One more time. Exhale, softening that left knee so we can bring the right hand down with ease. Again, you can take the right foot slightly wider for balance, and then slowly start to either reach the left hand to the hip or straight into the air. Your right hand can be flat or you can be on your fingertips. Hugging the midline of the body with the thighs, with the navel. Breathing with ease. And emptying out. Last breath here, you're doing great. Exhale, gently bending the knees, lowering your left hand. Taking a moment to just come back through center, just so that you can feel an evenness through the backs of your thighs. Maybe take a forward fold, maybe just hang. Take a breath, kind of release any tension that remains there. And when you're ready, slowly walk the hands back up to the top, step back into a downward facing dog, just as a transition, just for breath. And slowly lower down to your knees. Solar chakra alignment complete. Go ahead, slide your hands back, sit on your heels, and we'll begin with the heart postures. So let's tuck the toes, give ourselves a little bit more height here. And we're starting with camel. It doesn't have to be a crazy, huge back bending posture, just something small. So start by rising up, igniting the back of your body so that you feel like there's a straight line through the front. This is a personal preference with feet. They can be tucked or untucked, but if you're reaching for your heels, this just brings your heels higher to your hands. So maybe we start at the heart center, since that's where we're working. Go ahead, press your heart into your hands. Squeeze the back of the body, find a small arch in the lower back, and begin to look up. I like to do lotus hands here, so maybe you can open the palms, let the fingers reach up, whatever feels good. And we're staying for a few more breaths, so if your back needs support here, I invite you to take your hands behind you, maybe into fists, and just support the low back. If you would like to move further into a full camel, remember that your knees are under your hips, they're not touching. And maybe we drop the right hand to the right heel, left hand, left heel. And then once we get there, we squeeze the backside again, shine the heart up, holding breath in, breath out, cracking the heart wide open. One more breath. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And slowly rising back up. Let yourself come down slowly into a downward facing dog. Bent knees, mindful of your spine. Take a moment to pedal, to shift. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Reach for the stars. And we're coming into a lifted pigeon pose. So go ahead, slide that right leg into pigeon. Parallel to the top of your mat, wiggle the back foot back, and we're not sinking down in this pigeon. So we're pressing into the fingerprints or maybe into the foot and the knee. And we're lifting. If this doesn't feel good on your body, you can come down, but just try to avoid melting into the floor completely. So you're energetically pushing into the right leg to keep lifting yourself up. Maybe you want to lift the arms. Maybe you need your hands for support. Take a breath here. Let it go. Another breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take your time, tucking your back toes, stepping back into your downward facing dog. A moment to pedal out, to shift, to recenter. Emptying that breath out. Other side, inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, slowly sliding towards pigeon, parallel to the top of your mat. Walking that right knee back, untucking the toes. And then using the energy of the outer thigh to press down to rise up. So you're way far away from the mat. Again, just focusing on shining the heart up, maybe lifting the arms, maybe some self-expression with the hands that you're offering upward. Breath in, breath out. Another breath. Slowly exhale, lower the hands, tuck the back toes, step back into high plank, lower your knees and come down to your belly. So heart chakra alignment complete. Wiggle down into your mat. Bring your hands stacked in front of you so you can rest your forehead and then lift up your feet, take the knees slightly wider, and then go ahead and windshield a little bit side to side. I know a lot of the heart openers are a lot on the lower back. Doesn't always feel great if we're not properly warmed up, but at least we have the ability to warm it down, make it feel good again. Big breath here. Exhale completely. Go ahead, stretch the legs long behind you. Once again, finding a little bit of a back bend here, hands under shoulders. You can stick with baby cobra by all means, or you can lift into a full upward dog or full cobra. Taking 2 breaths, letting the shoulders align down the back wherever you are and really pressing the pubic bone and hips down into the mat. Last breath lifted for the throat. And then exhaling, lifting the hips, walking the hands back and curling once again into cat. So focusing on the throat, tucking the chin towards the chest, pushing away. Really tucking the tailbone under, curling through the lower back space. Full breath in. How much breath can you get here? Full breath out, push up and away. One more breath just like that. Full breath as much as you can get. Exhale, really pushing, lifting, navel to spine. And gently coming back down towards tabletop. Walk your knees forward. Again, just to make it easier to shift over to your side. Feet in front, knees bent. And we're just gonna roll down towards bridge. So let your back come down, walk your feet in a little bit closer. If you have a block, you may support your bridge. If you have elbows and hands, you may support your bridge. When you're ready, take a moment, press the low back, the mid back down into the mat. Press your feet down, feel your inner thighs light up, and then slowly, with all those things ignited, begin to lift yourself one vertebrae at a time. And again, you can wiggle the elbows close. You can use between the thumb, the webbing between your thumb and pointer to support your hips here. You don't have to, but it does assist with tucking that chin down towards the chest and activating the throat chakra. Take one more breath here, lifted, chin to the chest plate. And exhale, slowly, carefully release. From here, we're gonna move slowly into a plow pose and into a shoulder stand. If you don't want to or are unable to do either of those things, you can just put your feet up and tuck your chin to your chest. Otherwise, arms are rooted into the mat. We're waterfalling the legs overhead into plow pose, and we're not looking side to side, we're just looking between the legs. The breathing changes here. So we're gonna hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, press into the arms, 2, 1, hands to the lower back. If you would like to lift the legs coming into a full shoulder stand, you may do that now. Holding for 7, finding your own rhythmic breath. 5, squeeze the body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften your knees, hands back to the mat and slowly lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Turn your head right and left. Throat chakra activation complete. Hands behind the thighs. Inhale, rock backward. Exhale, rock forward. Step back, downward dog. We're almost there. Inhale, look forward. Step your right foot forward. Root down your back foot for warrior 1. And if you can, sweep your arms up. Third eye chakra, can you bring the palms together? This is a tricky alignment pose. It's not my favorite, but worry more about reaching up, looking up in between your hands. If your legs don't feel quite like warrior 1, that's okay. Focus on the space in between the hands. Big breath in, breath out. 1 more, navel to spine if you can. Exhale, lower your hands. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot back. When you're ready, inhale, sweep it up, rise. Warrior 1 on the other side. So rooting down, palms touching, looking up. If you can't look between the hands because it's too much for the neck, just look up to where the ceiling meets the wall or something a little bit higher than forward. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Step your foot back, lower your knees, take them wide, untuck your toes, and come into child's pose with your forehead resting on the ground. Rock your forehead side to side. Activating the third eye. Remembering that you are wise and there is clarity to be seen. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, ask for clarity if you feel that you don't have it. And then exhale like you're sending that note out to the universe. Beautiful. Slowly, carefully, pick your head up, come back up, bring your knees together to touch, and then go ahead and sit down on your feet. So we're going to take hero's pose here. You can be exactly as you are, sitting on your feet with your knees aligned, or you can take the feet out slightly wider so that your feet comes down, knees are still together. Might be a bit much for the knees, but see what works for you. So again, with the third eye, I'm going to invite you here to put your hands over your eyes, maybe both hands, like a blindfold. Root down into your sitting bones. You already know what you need to know. Breathe with ease. And exhale completely. Let your hands come down to your lap. Shift your weight forward. And we're just going to come into easy pose. Oh, sorry. Nope. We have 1 more. So before you cross your legs, we're going to come into rabbit. Last one for the third eye. Tuck the toes back under. Reach your hands back towards your heels. Lower the top of your head, crown chakra, as close as you can to your knees. And then lift up your hips. Hold on to your heels, and we're rounding through the spine. Breathing, rabbit pose, third eye, and crown chakra activation. breath here. Feel the shoulders sliding away from the ears as you're holding and pressing with the heels. Take one more breath. Empty out. Start to sit back down. Release the heels. Hands forward. Inhale, rise. Now we can slither forward into our easy pose, legs crossed. Third eye activation complete. So easy seated pose meditation is for the third eye as well as for the crown chakra. So we're going to ease into our savasana from here. Let the eyes soften. I went to a healing ceremony in Peru, and I was very worried about whether or not I should wear my glasses or my contacts. And I created a lot of anxiety in my mind about that small conundrum. But the healing journey had nothing to do with either of those prescriptive lenses and had everything to do with opening the third eye that doesn't need a prescription. Take a breath here, imagining how much that third eye can assist you and show you. And exhale, really believe that. Keeping the eyes closed, make your way down to a shavasana that's comfortable for you today. Rolling all the way down, maintaining the connection to self. We've integrated these last two higher chakras in these last few poses, but Shavasana is specifically for the crown chakra. So let the eyes close again. Breathe easy. Feel aligned, balanced, confident, clear, rooted, knowing, and safe. Visualizing a waterfall, a silver waterfall, and you're underneath it. And it is just spilling on top of you, on top of your head. And the water is flowing over your upper body, down your shoulders, and it's cleansing you. And even though the water is flowing, you're able to breathe naturally. Absorbing the gift as it rains down upon you. if we had the ability to stay in this beautiful, beautiful visualization together for the rest of the day, I hope that you know I would hold space for you. But since we need to move on, let's go ahead and bring our awareness back into our spaces, back into our body, and finding small movements in the fingers, the feet, the wrists, the full body, maybe taking a long stretch. And then rolling over to your right side if you are able. By rolling onto the right side, it allows our heart to be lifted and have space. From there, you can gently press up to an easy seat, allowing your bone structure to realign, sitting however it feels comfortable for you, and bringing the hands together at heart center. With the eyes closed, empty out your breath completely. Take a really slow breath in through the nose. Take another sip at the peak. Through pursed lips, exhale, push it out. I see the light in you. I hope you see it too. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.